Lamb boy. And I guess I've been dreaming. Cause now that I'm woke, everything that I see ain't what it seems, man. I guess I've been dreaming. Cause now that I'm here, what I feel motivates me with reason. I guess I've been dreaming. Cause now that I'm woke, everything that I see ain't what it seems, man. I guess I've been dreaming. Cause now that I'm here, what I feel motivates me with reason. I guess I've been dreaming.
And we in there. Peace and love to all the guys and gals. This is the high vibrating species on the planet. How we living, peoples? How we living out there today? Okay, mates. Welcome back to the channels. Welcome back to the channels. So, how we living, man? What's bustin'? Huh? What we doing? What we doing? Hope everybody good out there, man. For real, for real. You know what I'm talking about? High vibing out there. Head on that swivel, of course. Come on in. Come on in. Have a seat. Have a seat. Have a seat. We're on to the next letter. We have X is for the... Okay. This could be tricky. This could be tricky. I mean, it could be Xing. Xing. Like on some, maybe like some Chinese giant. X could be for X marks the spot. What else? The matriarch. Feminine energy. X chromosome. Crossing. Yeah. SCP-7933. 33. Yeah. I don't know. Like I say, it could be tricky. It could be tricky. We gonna find out. Cause I promise you, they be trying to throw curveballs, man. Just like the last video, throwing the curve, trying to throw the curve in from the get. I'm talking from the get go. Of course, I mean we still with the Explorer series, so you already know when we get it busted, he coming right out the gate. So we got to be prepared for that. I don't know, man. I ain't gonna throw too many more out there. I'm trying to think, but you know what? We're just gonna let him get to it. We don't have too much time, you know what I'm saying, on this one. So we should be alright, right? Should be alright. So alright. Y'all ready? Without further ado, I hope you have what you need, because I do. And we're gonna get to what it is that we do. If you are new, have a seat. We'll see about all the rest of that. Like, sharing, subscribing, and all that. You know what I'm talking about, once we conclude. Okay? Cool with you? Alright. Class, let's get her bussin'.
SCP-7933. X is for crossing.
Uh-oh.
Creativity and artistic expression is a core concept of human.
I'm glad I ain't just go with the first one, just Xing. You know what I'm saying? Just right out the gate, Xing. And just felt proud and confident, like, yeah. And then he just came out straight crossing, like, hold up, bro. Like, damn, bro. I'm talking about all in your grill. Hold up, bro. Okay, back up.
Humanity, with storytelling and artwork existing for tens of thousands of years. Being able to express ourselves through different mediums is arguably an essential part of our existence, and one of the major things that separates us from lower animals.
What do you mean?
SCP-7933 presents a scenario in which that concept of expression is gravely threatened, in a highly unlikely and unusual way.
Do explain.
We might be able to exist without being able to freely express ourselves, but it's doubtful that we would want to. Let's take a look.
Boy, stop. Hold up.
The article starts...
Hold up. Before you start that article, let's address something real quick now. Because we got a lot of fact checking, which is crap ecking, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, it's a load of it. And freely expressing Some things that it. Listen. It's one of these bittersweet moments, okay? And them bitter moments can get real sour real quick, and I don't even want to go on you know what I'm saying, on a whole sermon about it. But I just know, like, it has its good side, and it definitely has its bad side to express themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, the things that needs to be expressed, it gets shunned. Things that you don't even listen. You don't even need to be nowhere in the nowhere at the nowhere on no part of time in anywheres of the time of the space or anywhere of anything of anywhere. With some of the things that some people like to express these days. Y'all need to take that somewhere else. This is no. Hell no. It's no. Somewhere else. I'm just listen, it's a lot of weird stuff out there for the weirdos that want to get into the weirdo stuff. Not here, though. Not this planet. Y'all need to take it elsewhere. Go somewhere else. You know what I'm talking about? Like I said, I ain't going to go through a sermon because I could go there. But we gonna leave it there, right there with that one. Let's get it.
Starts with a notice that due to the ongoing artistic singularity event brought about by SCP-7933, this article has been screened for potential narrative qualities.
Of course.
The threat of 7933 contamination has been determined to be 23%. The containment procedures mention that following the threshold containment ratio being met on January 29, 2025, 7933 is no longer containable, and it's currently believed that the resulting artistic singularity event will achieve planet-wide assimilation by December of 2030. As such, containment efforts have been refocused into contingencies Deucalion and Pura. Deucalion involves acquiring as many vulnerable instances of human artistic culture as permitted by the maximum payload of the SCPS Deucalion, an experimental multiversal exploration vehicle that will eventually be sent unmanned to the nearest neighboring parallel universe. If the onboard sensors detect even minimal 7933 contamination aboard the Deucalion, the onboard nuclear warhead will detonate, and no further action will be taken towards preservation. Pura, on the other hand, involves the inurement of humankind to the effects of 7933, primarily through amnestics. SCP-7933 is a self-replicating narrative contagion of unknown origin. Upon initial discovery in 2023, it was believed that it only affected VHS tapes, but testing showed that it affected any form of data storage that contains a story, with a beginning, middle, and end, including books, audio files, and live performers. When an infected instance comes within 100 meters of an unaffected story, the content of the story changes significantly to involve the characters being slaughtered by hundreds of angry mandrills, a species of large monkey. Testing on a live-action VHS film, at a random point in the story, mandrills suddenly charge into the scene and begin to eat and dismember the cast. None of the affected characters make any attempt to defend themselves and only minimally struggle. In rare instances, victimized characters will look at the camera and say, "It was only a question of when," or "This is what we deserve for not being monkeys." In an animated film, at a random point, the screen will suddenly freeze, and the camera will pan away to reveal an animation studio that is currently under attack by vicious mandrills. During a recording of a song, assuming the song has or implies a narrative, the song will be randomly interrupted by the sound of a mandrill attack. In books, both fictional and non-fictional, the book will be divided into 2 chapters, with the first comprising 1/3 of the original text and titled "The Part Before the Monkeys Came." The second chapter, titled "The Part with All the Monkeys," briefly describes a mandrill attack in which the entire population of Earth is murdered and replaced by mandrills, with the remainder of the pages blank. Testing on live news reports, SCP documentation, and websites requires Level 5 clearance to see. and paintings, visual art, and photographs determined that the image will transform into an identical image of several mandrills walking across a desert from left to right.
Now this looks like Planet of the Apes. Oh, boy, stop. Hold up. I wonder.
Finally, research is ongoing on thoughts kept to oneself. If any of the affected video instances are played from the beginning, a 10-minute film plays with the title card reading Monkey Crossing, and during the film, 4,920 mandrills walk from the left side of the screen to the right. The backdrop varies, but will usually resemble either a desert or a scene from the film prior to 7933 contamination. Revisited audio files will be silent, save for the sound of several hundred mandrills breathing. On May 5th, 2024, during the initial waves of the 7933 narrative pandemic, a performance of Rigoletto at the Lyric Opera of Chicago was suddenly interrupted during the first act by new material, sung without orchestral accompaniment. Although the libretto and sheet music used by the cast had also been affected, the cast had not rehearsed this before. It's noted that no real mandrills appeared during the performance, and every physical reaction of mandrill attacks was pantomimed. During the scene, Rigoletto suddenly enters in a state of dishevelment, exclaiming, "God help us all! They are upon us! The monkeys!" The Duke states to have mercy on his poor jester, for he has gone mad, as there are no monkeys in his court, and the other characters laugh it off. Then Rigoletto exclaims for them to behold, at which point the other characters see the monkeys, and the chorus remarks, "What horror!" The Duke then states, "They leap upon my throat with rapid stride. See how the blood gushes from my neck like a fountain. Oh, I am dying. Dying feels worse than sleeping with my courtiers' wives. But alas, that is what I am doing. What cruelty! I am very dead." The chorus continues to exclaim the word monkeys, as other characters flatly state how they are dying and having their arms torn off by monkeys. All of the characters promptly die, and the curtains close. Following the performance, the entire cast had fallen into comas, with only one actress being responsive to rescue efforts, claiming that she cannot move, for the monkeys have torn out her heart. We're then provided a note from the Foundation administrator, stating that the drop in morale ever since the threshold meeting hasn't gone unnoticed, and he doubts an extension of his sympathy is going to fix anything. But even those among them that laughed off 7933 as that silly monkey thing have begun to feel the misery of the contagion's impact. They can survive without stories and art, but there's a difference between surviving and living. He says to make no mistake, though, as the resilience of the human mind has taken us this far, and that's why he's announcing a third contingency, Prometheus. Through this, the brightest minds of the Foundation will work together to create a new and untouchable form of human expression. His note is interrupted, however, as he writes that he hears broken glass and an ungodly howling noise. He then writes that the mandrills are climbing all over him and biting into his neck. He tells the monkeys to stop and to go away, before writing that he is now dead and the monkeys win. There are now 100 times 100 monkeys walking across his corpse in a big line to the east. They're going off to do their monkey jobs, and it's a good thing that they're so much better and stronger than him. He wishes them good luck with their monkey jobs, not that they'll need it, and that he loves them. Finally, he thanks them for destroying him. The administrator then posts a follow-up note, simply reading that 7933 is survivable, and that in itself is hopeful. You'll understand if he's not in the mood to write out the whole thing all over again, as keeping it shorter seems to help, for now at least. He wishes everyone good luck, as they'll need it. The final text of the article states, "But all the same, it's no fault of ours either. Perhaps our tribes are just that incompatible. And so it is with a heavy heart that I must inform you that this document and everything within has been eaten by monkeys. So consider this my final, desperate plea for you to take the hint and get out of the way. Eastward bound, and off we go." So yeah, obviously a pretty humorous concept to read about, but would actually be pretty bad if it were to happen. There's nothing really stopping anyone from writing or creating new things. It's just that they would all end up being effectively ruined by a lame conclusion. The real issue is, of course, the implication that it affects your own thoughts as well, which quite frankly would likely lead to widespread insanity if left to go on for long enough. Perhaps the Foundation can somehow find a way to beat it through mass amnesticization and purging of affected works, but maybe the best case would be to just wipe everything clean and start fresh from SCP-2000, unless, of course, that gets infected as well. Perhaps some works would indeed be improved by the presence of a bunch of angry mandrills killing off all the characters, but it probably wouldn't be worth it to lose all artistic expression to the monkeys.
Academates, now I'm just gonna say this. "2023 has revealed a lot, hasn't it? Because this makes another video where 2023 was a hot one. I can't help but think about Planet of the Apes. And I'm just tossing out that just the one species of ape and replacing it with all species of ape. But then my other mind is like, you know how they let's say how okay the apes are portraying a certain species or a certain people or you know what I'm saying, something like that. They replace it with an animal like anime or something like that, you know what I'm saying? So that definitely be a possibility as well, that the apes are actually something else, and it's just, you know what I mean? It's interesting still though. That's crazy, like how that happens. Like, wow. But that definitely gets into your mind, you know what I'm saying? For you to, the girl sitting there, like, they took her heart and she's like can't move, like literally in a state of paralysis. You know what I mean? But it's gotta be, man. It's a frequency. It's some type of frequency. I mean, because it's. And then it's like in art, so yeah, it's got to be some type of frequency or something. But I mean, it's missing. They missing details. I mean, of course, you know, you should have known something was gonna get omitted. I mean, granted that if you know what I'm saying, they just found this in 2023. You know what I mean? Got to report it, but they're not gonna report it all. Yes, sir. So, yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed the video though. I don't even know what to tell you. I don't even know what to tell you to watch out for. You know what I'm saying? Just keep your head on a swivel. I don't know what we swiveling about about with this one. I mean, because obviously there's some events that have to take place before the monkey comes, you know what I'm saying, and ransack the place. So, yeah. You know what I mean? But yo, don't forget to keep yourself spiritually, mentally, physically, and emotionally protected. Do not let the world drive you crazy. Keep your gear with you. You know what I mean? CT on. You know what I'm saying? Keep the oil with you. You feel me? What else? Keep, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you get your deals. You know what I'm saying? That due diligence and stuff like that. You feel me? Yeah. Stay in the green. High vibing. You know what I'm saying? Remember, don't let them bring you down. You know what I'm saying? If it's important enough, they'll come up. Make them come up and holler at you. You feel me? Ain't no reason to go low. Now, if you got to step down, make sure it's worth it. Make sure it's worth it. Because right about now, we ain't got time to be playing. You feel me? The planet is on the move. And the sun, oh boy, I'm telling you, some things are coming. Be prepared. You know what I'm saying? Until next time, though, peace and love to all the guys and goddesses and the high vibrating species on the planet. Peace.